Hey, this is Chuck Worley with 757 House Whisperer Show, coming to you hot on the Oh, wow, I messed up. Thank you. I need a little help this morning. I was coming in hot on the wrong holiday.
Don't make it Christmas yet. I don't got up my 6 trees yet.
Yeah. You have more than 6 trees. I've been
60.
to your house. Oh, geez,
60
Louise.
trees.
Yes, that is. That should have been a trivia question. We'll do that for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Trivia. How many Christmas trees is possible to get into a 2,500 square foot house?
No, it's 3,500.
What my point exactly? It's nobody's gonna win this trivia question on Thanksgiving on Christmas. Gosh, I got my vacations all messed up.
I only got 7 of them up so far.
Gosh, it is like a job. Like she is all committed to Christmas.
Yes,
like
all holidays.
Julie actually called me Grinch yesterday.
Oh, I got a Grinch tree this year.
And she's like getting this stuff done this weekend, and I'm like, I'm like working on my laptop trying to get stuff done, and she's like messing with Christmas and she's like, you're a Grinch. I'm not a Grinch. I'm just not. Just tell me what you need. Do I need to pull the tree up? I need to. What do you need help with? So. But hey, we are coming into holiday season.
Yes, we are.
It is. Does anybody know how many? Maybe we should do that as a trivia question tonight. How many days until Christmas?
That's easy.
If you can count. No, don't tell. All right, we'll have to do that. Ask AI. But yeah, so yeah, how many days till Christmas? That'll be our trivia. But please call in. We have open lines, and please don't wait till the last part of the 2 minutes of the show, because that's what everybody typically does. 757-627-7979. That is why we write it up on the wall, so I can.
I was like, whose number is that?
Yeah, so 627-7979, or you can text the 955-9415. And you can text that one. That's the show. That's the number to the show for the 757 House Whisperer. So either one of those numbers, but call in at 627-7979. We love talking to our live customers. Last week, we had some phenomenal questions on somebody was doing an addition on his house and added a second floor to his house. And he started running into things that he did not know he was going to run into. So it got us, it was pretty cool because it was one question that actually led to insulation, to the heating and air conditioning, to the plumbing. Like there was a lot of moving parts on this question. So remember, when you call in, you are asking questions to try and help yourself, because this, we have a lot of DIY people help themselves fix their houses. The cool part is when you're calling in asking questions about fixing your house, you're actually helping thousands and thousands of listeners in the 757 area code how to fix their house. Because let's be honest, everybody's got house issues. And if you say you don't have house issues, I think you don't have a house. No, because everybody's got issues. Yeah. Everybody's got issues on houses. I'll even throw myself under the bus today. So
what'd you do?
I got the bright idea to put up my own fence. And then I did hire somebody to put up my fence, right? So then I'm like, it's just painting a fence. So I was doing wax on, wax off, and painting the fence. And then I got a bright idea. I was like, you know what? This is taking way too long. And I am 57, back stiff, should have got Colson over there to help me. But, so anyway, I'm like, all right, I got this paint sprayer. I got a paint sprayer. So I'm painting. I had one, right? So I've had it for years. So I started painting the fence, and all of a sudden I'm like getting all about, I don't know, a couple 100 feet into painting the fence. And I realized that when you have fresh cut lumber, and I do have a great outlet if anybody needs milled wood, I got a great person to do that in off of 58. Great guy, family business, great guy. But anyway, he milled everything. 1 inch by 16, 1 by 6 inch board by 16 foot. Yeah. So, and it's phenomenal. It's great. The problem with that fresh milled cut wood is
soaks up the paint.
Well, it does suck up the paint. Yes, it does do that. Yes, we are 15 gallons in. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
There'll be more.
No, not 15. Those are 5-gallon buckets. We're like 10 of those in. So it's a lot.
Yep.
There's a big number. So what I was saying is everybody comes in the stuff with, I mean, I don't paint every day. That's why I got Jack, right? So,
Right.
so anyway,
You
but
should've
I
called Jack.
really enjoy, no, but I enjoy working on my farm. I got a
Mhm.
5-acre farm. And, you know, when I'm 70, maybe I won't like working on it. But right now, I like painting the fence not with a brush or a roller. That's Julie. Julie likes doing that. I like the paint sprayer. So anyway, the problem is you have sawdust
Mhm.
on 1 inch by 6 inch by
Okay.
16
Mhm.
inch. So I paint it and I'm seeing it like blow off as I'm blowing the paint on. And I'm spraying the paint on, but I'm realizing there's a lot of sawdust.
Yes, there is.
So anyway, I told Julie, I was like, hey, go ahead of me and like grab a whisk broom. You remember everybody has
Should have
grandma's
got a
whisk
blower.
broom? Well, I don't think that would have worked.
You could have used the blower.
Yeah.
Yes,
Back
it would.
blower would have worked.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I started whisking the dust off, and oh my God,
What a
there
world
was
of difference.
so much dust, and I had just painted
200 feet.
100 foot, 200 foot. I'm like, all right, well, tomorrow
Love it.
we're going to be whisking the black paint
Off.
and it's like going to look like I didn't paint the daggone thing. So my point is, if you don't know, you don't know. But I don't claim to know everything about homeownership, but
Mhm.
I
No,
am now
now.
educated. And the cool part about the show is it's public service announcement show. We are
Mhm.
helping people. The reason I'm able to help people, and all of us on the show are able to help people, is because we have made more mistakes than you on houses.
Yep.
You
Same
know,
more,
it's-
definitely.
I mean, my buddy here is Colson is with us tonight. He is 30. I've been in the trade 30 years. But there is a lot of information about houses that not everybody knows. So
Yeah.
the benefit of the show is educating people on how to fix your houses. And everybody runs into silly things like I did today. Like that was just
Yep.
an experienced painter like Jack with
Keller.
Legacy would have already known that. But like I said, I love working on my farm. So I mean, Jack is awesome. He just chuckles at me. He's like, your butt is going to be tired. And just pay me. I'll get somebody over there. I'm like, no, I enjoy it. Right.
enjoy
So
doing the work.
who else out there enjoys working on their house? DIY. I
Me.
mean, yeah, it's
100%.
anyway. So let me remind you again, the phone number. I do want to introduce everybody on the show. So I'm going to have everybody go around and kind of introduce themselves. Thank you. 757, while we're introducing ourselves, I want you guys to call in about any silly stuff, any cool stuff you're doing for Thanksgiving, any, the trivia question, how many days till Christmas? And while we're doing all that, I want you guys calling in and filling up our lines. So 627-7979. I am Chuck Worley, the founder of the 757 House Whisperer Show. I also own Chuck Worley. I also own Worley's Home Services. We do heating and air, electrical, plumbing, crawl space encapsulations, geothermal wells. We do wells and pump service. And that's us. And I will introduce also Mr. Mike Davenport with CVP Windows and Doors. Him and Barry, his partner, do a fantastic job. And they're the only local manufactured windows in the 757.
Yep.
So go ahead, Colson.
My name is Colson Picorni. What's up, everybody watching on live and listening? I am the director of sales for Mighty Dog Roofing of Richmond. We are your local roofing, siding, and gutter experts. Anything in that department, please feel free to give us a call. It is storm season, and we are also experts with negotiating those really painful insurance-related damage claims. It's that time of year we get trees falling through houses and, wind-blown storms and even some freezing going on as the temperatures drop. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to us and ask for Colson, and I'm happy to take a look.
I'm going to introduce, and he is not here this evening, Albin Ronstrom. With Albin Co. He does remodels, so kitchens and baths. He also can do room additions if you're interested in that. We're getting awful close to that Christmas holiday. I'm not sure he could get to you and make your house look beautiful by then, but he could get to you for the springtime and help you, add that additional room that you want, or make the kitchen look beautiful, or open up some areas for you if you want a more open kind of floor plan kind of thing. And he's great. Did a lot of work over at Chuck's house when he was remodeling and redoing his farmhouse. So highly recommend him to, any of your home needs like that. I am Cindy Rao, owner operator of Alpha Pest Solutions. We do termite moisture inspections when people are buying and selling their homes. We do pest control. We do termite treatments, fungus treatments, powder post beetle treatments. We do carpenter ants, carpenter bees. If it eats your house, we can get it. If it eats your house, I can kill it for you. If it's eating on your house, I'll come kill it. But yeah, so
hold on. Why
rodents,
is the reason that you can kill it?
Because I'm the only woman with a license to kill. That's why.
All right, and finally, we have Mr. Jack Keller with Legacy Painting. My wife just posted a very funny video on Facebook. If anybody's friends with us on Facebook about she goes, hey, I just got home for Thanksgiving Eve. And she goes, I was ready to grab a glass of wine and maybe bust open the fire pit. Cause Chuck, if anybody knows Chuck, he's got a fire pit going, right?
24/7.
So so anyway, she gets home and I'm spray painting the fence and she's like, what in the world? I thought we were having a relaxing, going into Thanksgiving, have a nice relaxing. And she's just like, I should have known. Chuck had something in his mind. We just talked about it. And next thing you know, I got a paint sprayer all over the place. So I said, don't worry, that grass will grow back.
Eventually.
So, but yeah, it'll be too late to do a fire pit tonight. But we do have a lot of fun on the farm. We are constantly doing something. Her joke is, move to the farm. It'll be fun. And she goes, I've been working my butt off since I got here, So, but we have a beautiful farm.
Yeah.
So I've got a public service announcement from Miss Cindy today.
Yeah. So we're getting towards that time of year when.
Oh, hold on. 627-7979. While she's doing that, you guys call in with any questions about any problems that you're having with their house.
Yeah, we'll bring up some things that you might want to know about. So it's time of the year that's getting cooler outside in the evenings and at night. And so what happens that time of year? Well, things start coming inside.
Yeah.
So it's the time of year we start seeing rodents in, so rats and mice, that kind of thing. But also, snakes come in too. So they kind of look for a nice warm place to live. And that's one of the reasons, and we've talked about this before, insulation. I just don't recommend insulation. I mean, it's a perfect harboring spot for snakes, rats, mice, other things like that, bugs, roaches. I can't tell you how many houses I've been in underneath and they're infested with roaches. Get to pull on the insulation and here they come down like a whole fountain. It is just everywhere. So it's a harboring spot. So, you think that, and somebody said this to me today, well, what about freezing pipes? Well, you can always wrap those pipes. That you can still do. Right. But the insulation absolutely serves no purpose at all in a crawl space. And so that's when, Chuck and I will be talking then about, well, what do you do to kind of, keep things going under there? Well, you can encapsulate the crawl space. Chuck does that sort of thing. And I am happy to go inspect yearly after he's done that because I know he's done it right and by code. And so I can go in there and know with a good heart that Chuck's done the right thing. And I can make sure that, that we don't carry on with moisture and termites and stuff like that under there. So we do that. But
if you take out the food, the water, and the place to sleep, I mean,
they don't want to be under there. I promise you they don't.
And I've had customers say, I thought that you said there'd be no rats and runts underneath the house. I'm like, look, it's warm under there. So they'll be under there, or they can, if they can get in there, which I mean, rats when you go through metal, so they can.
But that's when you go in there and find out where they're coming in, and then you close those areas off. Right. And I guarantee you, they don't need much room.
They don't.
Size of a dime.
Yeah, say that again. Yeah, you said that a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Size of a dime
for a mouse.
For a mouse.
Size of a quarter for a rat.
That's insane.
It is insane.
They can get their nose through. Most of the rest of their body can fit right with it.
So
I mean, that's almost like a snake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, very much so.
I mean, I knew they could get into stuff, but
I mean,
you brought up an excellent point. A lot of people, and there's a lot of companies out there that are saying you can't get your crawl space encapsulated because, that doesn't allow us room, and especially other pest control companies
Yep.
to inspect your foundation for
Yep.
termite inspections properly. And that's just not true.
No.
You can get it done by people that know what they're doing, and then you can partner with pest control companies like Cindy that know what they're doing and,
Right.
and can get it done the right way.
right.
Yeah, I mean, if we do everything by code, so if the state of Virginia tells us we have to do it like this, then we do it like this.
Right.
So just because somebody, pest control guy or whatever, has his own opinion of how his dad taught him, which I don't want to disrespect that because I learned a lot from my dad.
Yep, me
But
too.
codes change.
They sure do.
You know, codes change over 10 years, let alone 20 and 30 and 40
Yeah.
years.
Some companies just won't
They just keep
they
doing
will
it the
not
same
inspect
way.
behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've had people like cancel their rodent thing got canceled because we encapsulated their crawl space. I'm like, let me give
Call
you
me.
Yeah.
I don't want to say let me give you a good pest control company, implying they're not, but they're just not up with the code.
There's somebody who will do
Yeah,
that.
they're just not up with the code.
Yeah.
The code, like I didn't do anything wrong. Like, oh, that's wrong. You can't do this. Hey, let
That's
me
where
tell you
character
something.
and integrity come in. right
Well,
there.
it also comes in following the code of
Yep.
Virginia.
Absolutely.
So you can argue with me all day long.
Right.
Like you can be mad at me. You can say I'm stupid. You can't do that. You can't do that. If I'm following the Virginia code,
Yep.
one of us is wrong.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying maybe the code is wrong.
Yeah.
But
And you
yeah,
don't write those yet, do you?
yeah, I do
Yet.
not write that.
yet.
And I will tell you this: I don't like some of the codes.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I
not
agree.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
There
agree.
are some codes that I think are just ignorant.
Mhm.
They're just not.
They're done by
I mean,
somebody who really doesn't know what they're talking about, and they
I
just
mean,
like,
I don't know if
"Let's go by
that's I
that."
don't know if that's the right answer. I just
It is.
think
I'm
it's
telling
a lack of building science. And
Right,
me and,
'cause
me
they
and
don't
Colson
know.
go back and forth on building science. Like we're on the same side. Like
Yeah.
it's science is science, right? Math is math, science is science. It's not rocket science, but there is a science
Yep.
to the crawl space and to the attics and
To
to
the
Mhm.
the
whole house.
yeah, to the
And
whole
you-
house. It
and-
works as a system.
If somebody
you know?
speaks, you will know absolutely if they know everything or if they know nothing.
Absolutely.
So open your mouth.
Some
yeah,
people
you
that
don't
know
know
nothing just keep talking.
Yes,
right?
they do.
So, but one of the reasons that we do the show is a public service announcement for our people, for
Yeah.
our customers. We have a great customer base out here, great listeners of the 757. You guys are our customers. Now, I will say, I'll give a little props to CVP and to y'all because you go all the way to Richmond. So
Mhm.
I am not going to Richmond.
I go to Richmond too.
That's geez, Louise. All right, I got to
That's
step
good
my
to know.
game up.
That's
Mhm,
good to
yep.
know.
I got to step my game up. So,
Yes, you do.
yeah. All right. You hear that, Chase?
You got
Chase
way
has gotta
more
let
employees
Me,
than I do.
Chase has got to let me expand up to Richmond now. Lord help us.
That's right.
Hey, if
So-
you find the space, Chuck, just carve us out a little corner. We're looking for a new office. You rent a big bulk, just give us a nice little corner
Up in
out-
Richmond.
Up in Richmond.
Yeah.
Give us
yeah.
about 1,000 square foot with a little bit
Okay,
of warehouse
okay.
facility. You're
That'll
perfect.
work.
That's all.
That'll
Yeah.
work. That's
Yeah.
good.
Give me
stuff.
something.
I might give you some of that here in Yorktown.
Listen, there's always a chance. There's always a chance.
Where are you headquartered out of?
Us?
Mm.
We are headquartered out of Richmond, Virginia, off of where right just north of 95.
Okay,
where-
so you're
where
already out
Chamberlain
of
comes
Richmond.
off of.
You
Yeah.
had to come all the way down?
Yeah.
No, I live in
he
Williamsburg.
lives.
Oh,
yeah.
phew.
He
Our
lives-
territory is technically draw a straight line across the state, east
Uh-huh.
to west, from
Uh-huh.
Fredericksburg
Uh-huh.
and south.
Okay.
I cover all
Gotcha.
of that.
Gotcha.
I'll
Yeah,
go to
but
Blacksburg for a roof.
they're-
I'll go there
that's
too.
That's a long.
Not for a
Lord help
roof,
me.
but I'll
Yeah.
go there.
So, but our base here is your employees are here. We have employees here. We have subs here. We got all all the base here in the 757. This is where the kind of the show originally rated at. Heck, one day, who knows? Maybe they'll put us across the country.
Hey.
So
I see
it's,
that for you, really. I
I-
see that for you.
I have considered many things. and
Mhm.
that is definitely one of them because I really do think the show helps a lot of people. We have so many kind customers of ours that call in. I mean, you had a customer last week that called in.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
did you say good things?
Yes, she did. I'm
Excellent.
just kidding. That was not shock. That was just fun. That was me being funny. So no, she was awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
she spoke extremely well of you, and I think you had helped her out of a real estate bind, and
Mhm.
and Yeah, I think it was Kim or something. Anyway, I'll have to
Donna,
look
was
up
it Donna?
I
Donna
think it
Pastor?
was
Yeah,
Donna.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was Donna.
Yeah.
So
Wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff to her house and that didn't need it. Yeah.
yes, that was
Yes.
her.
Okay,
So yeah. So I mean, it's really cool when your customers call in and thank you for doing work that you know are
Yeah, she
proud
wanted to
do.
pay me,
So,
and I said I didn't do anything. I just looked.
yeah,
So I said, you don't know
exactly.
me anything.
Exactly. All right. So let's go. We got Chappie and Newport News talking about crawl space grade. So remember, phone number again, 757-627-7979. Go ahead, Chappie.
Hey, yeah, so, apparently, I guess the code, I guess, with the grade on the outside of the house versus the grade inside the crawl space, it's correct that they say that the grade inside the crawl space cannot be lower, correct?
It is
that's
lower
what-
at times.
Yeah, I would say 90% of the time the crawl space is typically
Mhm.
lower than the outside grade. There's several reasons for that. Some is mulch, some is
Well, just
like
the-
mulching around the house.
Yeah.
Some is
Soil
is-
and stuff coming down from when it's rained and it just washes towards the house.
We had a
Depending
house
on the-
over on the water in Suffolk that literally had water from the front of their. I mean, they had like 5 acres in front of the house, and it literally we had like I think we put 6 or 7 sump pumps under this house, and because the water just graded, and it was like a 45-degree grade from
Yeah,
the
because they
front
like to put the houses
back.
down in a gully.
And so, but yeah, so he had built up like it was. But my point is, normally there are some reasons for that. I am a chubby guy. Me and Colson are not small people.
We are
So
not.
Cindy goes under
like
Hilton House.
Cindy, she just slips in there. She just, she just jumps underneath there. She
Yeah, I
fits
do.
everywhere. So, I personally think it's not a great idea to put sand or to try and raise the crawl space so that because let's face it, 90% of the crawl spaces are not tall enough. So all the builders saved some money, didn't put another block in, didn't put another 4 blocks in.
Right.
Like they saved,
or old school houses and they just didn't make them high.
or they just say, yeah, like Hilton. We were
Right.
just talking about Hilton houses, so which is down by the Newport News shipyard. So, which those houses are like
12 inches,
14 inches tall, right? So, and then the
Oh.
sill plate is below that. So,
Yeah.
my point of all that is, it may be code for that, but I never, ever, 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 ever. Again, me and Colson, we are sexy, large men, and we do not think it's a good idea to make the crawl space smaller, shorter. No, not a great idea. So
The
Go
reason I bring that up, sorry to cut you off, is just
No,
because
you're fine.
I've got a history of construction work, and I remember back in the day, because we had to meet code on this new house we were building, we had to raise the grade up inside the crawl space.
Mhm.
And I'm just thinking, this is dumb, guys, because who in the world can access the crawl space now? But it's
well, the
according to
problem is
code.
Cindy can. Cindy
I
can.
cannot.
Me and Colson cannot. But in new construction, so let's say that's accurate in new construction. I'm okay in doing it in new construction because you're in control of the whole house. Now make the builder pay for the extra blocks to get it up off the ground.
Yep.
So the
So you
problem
can
is
make it that way.
if they're not doing it from the beginning and they're not raising the house, then it's an ignorant thing because you cannot get ductwork under there. And then get me and Colson under there with, big sexies under there. You have to leave room under the house or you're not going to get a good inspection because you can't get to everything, right?
Mhm.
It's
Cindy
but that's a great question.
Yeah.
But yes,
Sets you up for failure
in
long
new
term.
construction, that is important.
So
So let's introduce everybody
you
on the way
having-
out. We
Okay.
got to introduce on
Okay.
the way out because we got a hard break. So I am Chuck Worley with Worley's Home Services, heating and air, electrical, plumbing, crawl space encapsulation, spray foam insulation. We have Mike Davenport with CVP Windows and Doors, Albin with Albin Co. Remodeling, Jack Keller with Legacy Painting,
Colson Picorni with Mighty Dog Roofing.
Cindy Rao, owner operator, Alpha Pest Solution.
All right. So we are heading out to a hard break. 757 627 7979. Call in while we're on break. Thank you. This is Chuck Worley with the 757 House Whisperers Show. It's coming on to the second half of the show. We had a great caller call in. We got the lines are open. Sorry, I was trying to multitask there, Wilson.
We saw that.
I cannot multitask. I don't know. They're talented people. My wife is amazing at it. I cannot do it. So
I saw that.
It's I was just like,
What?
my brakes.
I saw that. Your brain brakes came on.
So I call that brain farts.
That's brain breaks.
That's brain farts, right? So 627-7979. Call in with ask any questions about any problems with your house. Remember, we are helping you help figure out your house, but we're also helping thousands of other listeners. And I just think it's great. When I'm walking through and I'm meeting customers out and about, it's cool when people call up and say thank you for the show.
Right.
It's kind of cool. So, all right. So I'm going to introduce myself while we're waiting y'all to call in. 627-7979. I am Chuck Worley with Worley's Home Services. We do heating and air, electrical, plumbing, crawl space encapsulations, and spray foam. Mr. Michael Davenport, CVP Windows and Doors. We got Albin Co. Remodeling Homes and Remodels. And then Jack Keller with Legacy Painting, who I highly recommend to paint your fence and not do it yourself because it is very painful. My back does hurt from today. I'm not going to lie. I've got a couple hours on that paint sprayer. But all right, you guys introduce yourselves.
Colson Picordi with Mighty Dog Roofing. We are your roofing, siding, and gutter experts. If you need anything in that department, feel free to give us a call.
And I am Cindy Rao, owner operator, Alpha Pest Solutions, full service termite and moisture company. And we can, if it creeps or crawls, I got it.
Only woman that we know with a
License to kill.
Yes.
Bingo.
All right. So Colson's got some announcement for his company. His company is doing some pretty cool stuff to raise awareness to help some people in our local area, which I think is absolutely amazing. We have done it in the past, and I think that I want to give him some time before we get any callers calling in to give him an opportunity to tell you the really cool stuff that he is doing to help a local family.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Right. Yeah.
So if anybody out there listening, anybody on the show, anyone knows of anyone, and you are more than welcome to nominate yourselves, a family member, or just someone in your community. I've already spoken with a few people in big churches around the area that know people in their community there. We are looking to give away in some point, and it can be from now through the end of December, and hopefully we can install it early January. We'd like to give away a free roof and a gutter system to someone that really needs it, someone that, whether life has just been kicking them square in the butt as many times and as many ways as possible, or just whether they've had a hardship. We get a lot of stories. We've actually given away a couple of roofs this year already. One woman, her father passed away, and she just has been doing everything that she can because he was always the guy that maintained all the house. So any roofing issues or window leaks or siding issues, anything that was on the outside, he was the guy out there at 75 years old on a ladder fixing something.
Mhm.
And,
I'm 57 and don't want to be on a ladder.
Nobody wants to be on a ladder. It's not a fun place to be. But, when her story was shared with us by a good friend of ours in Richmond, he said, look, just come meet with her, have a conversation. And if it's something that you guys can do, we'd love to have you jump in on this project, because his initiative was part of the Paint It Forward project, as they called it. So he donated her a free interior and exterior paint job that was sponsored by his corporate office, and Mighty Dog corporate office helped us and actually kicked in a little bit to be able to give her a new roof, because if we couldn't stop the water, the paint job on the inside of the house was completely useless. Same thing happened again in Richmond later this year. It was a woman that, you know, her father and mother both passed away. It was a terrible car accident that they were involved in. And, you know, she took over their home, and, you know, fortunately they didn't have any debt, but the home was in a state of disrepair. They were doing everything they could on a fixed income, and she was on a fixed income. So we stepped up and gave her a new roof, and even, you know, we're able to and this all started from a bad flue flashing around where the HVAC dumps out in the attic on that sending unit up there. All that bad flashing led to was a gigantic roof leak that rotted away the whole right half of her roof. From the
Isn't it always
down.
something small? A friend of mine told me.
Big.
Yeah, a friend of mine told me. He said only the lucky people see the leak.
Yeah, but if you're
that.
Yeah, only the lucky folks.
but if you're
see the leak
if you're
before they see the damage.
Yeah, but if you're diligent, so one of the things I would tell everybody to do, you know, you walk around your house all the time, inside, outside, but always take a look, because I mean, I've seen things walking around my house inside, outside, and I didn't see that last week. And why is this different? And let me find out what's going on here.
Exactly.
Because you catch it early and it's not going to be bad. You catch it late and it's going to be bad.
Exactly.
But in that, Colson, so that you know, and please share this with your company, I do that same sort of thing also to help people out when but if they're terminal or something is going on with their house and they need some things done that I can do, I go in there and do it, no charge as well.
Absolutely. Well,
So,
we'd love to have you partner on the project.
Yep.
So for anybody out there listening, if anyone is willing to or knows of anyone, please feel free to give me a call. My cell phone number is 757-274-7477. You can also call into the show today, 627-7979. You can send 757 House Whisperer a message on Facebook. You can send me an email, go to a Mighty Dog Roofing of Richmond. All of our information for the Richmond location and all of us that work there, including the owner of the company, Rafael Echeverria. All of our info is on there. Please, any and all submissions, send them over our way. We're going to be meeting with everyone that gets submitted, and one lucky person will be getting a new roof and new gutters. And thank you very much, Cindy, for donating your part of the services as well.
You find out that they've got termites or something going on, just let me know. We'll fix that up for them.
Absolutely. Well,
That's great. And that is why we took so long to find a roofer to come back on the show. We're really selective about the people that we wanted to represent us on the show. We are all individual companies, right? So just the 757 House Whisperers, just kind of a joint venture of everybody kind of coming together to serve our
fellow man.
Fellow man or woman.
Like we're supposed to. Like God tells us to do, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to our Facebook Live, and we had Mr. Chappell has a 1950s rancher, and it sounds like he is having similar things. So yes, Mr. Chappell, it is against code for the crawl space to be lower, especially in new construction. Like in new construction, they're going to make you make it even. But what they're also going to do is make you go up, right? If it's an existing house, it is, I don't want to say it's not against code. It's just nobody's going to fill in. Nobody with a brain is going to put sand in a crawl space to make it shorter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about a very, very nice house in Virginia. I think it was Virginia, wherever, who's the rapper? Missy Elliott, right? She has a neighborhood. She
has a whole neighborhood.
She lives in a neighborhood or has a house.
Pharrell has one down there too.
Yeah. So it's in a really, really, really nice neighborhood. So this house was in that neighborhood. And so without giving any more details, this dirt bag built this house for himself to flip it. So he paid.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So he made it, and it basically was on a sinkhole. There was so much water under there. So anyway, calls me up friend of mine's buying it. A friend of mine's friend, home inspector got me in there. He's like, bro, I don't know what's going on. Like something's wrong under there. I don't know exactly what is going
The
on.
spring?
But I
Was it a
need you
spring
to.
under there?
So I thought it was a spring under there. So what
I've
had
seen that.
happened was he calls me. I go under there, and I'm in Sahara Desert sand. Like there is so much sand. Like there is so much sand under this house. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, well, he paid a couple guys last week, paid them cash to put sand underneath the house. And I'm like, nobody just randomly puts 12 inches of sand under a house. Something's wrong. What are they trying to cover up?
Hiding.
They're hiding,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
So anyway, I go in there and I'm putting my hand down and I am sinking. Like as we speak, like I put my hand down before I could move my next hand. My hand had sand over top of it. Like I am sinking under. That's what I said. I thought it was a
So
freaking
that's doing that
sinkhole.
to your hand. What's it doing to your peers and stuff in there?
100%.
as well.
100%. So,
we're going.
Turned
viral.
out he had some kind of water issue underneath the house.
Yep.
We end up putting 4 or 5 sump pumps underneath this house because there was so much
Mhm.
water. And it was not a small crib. Like it was it was
Yeah.
probably 3,000, 3,500 first
Square
floor,
Big
second
house, yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
Like it was a
Big house.
big house, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, we end up, I was like, so the guy's going in there. Well, look, man, I just have my guys, put some sand under there. So everything's good, right? And I'm like, no, it's not.
No.
It's not good.
Put a Band-Aid
So-
on the problem.
So anyway, he wanted us to sign a document that says that we said that the things, and actually I wasn't there originally. One of my guys was, and then he called me out there. So I'm very grateful for his character and integrity because the guy goes, I will give you $500 cash if you just sign this document that says the crawl space is 5. So by the grace of Christ protecting me, because that could have went south, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that could have went south. So thank God I hire character integrity people. So
Yep.
anyway, he goes, yeah, I can't do that. And he calls me immediately. So I go out there and I'm like, holy crap, this house is like sinking, man. This is
Yeah.
crazy. So anyway, we put some pumps in, solved the problem, but it was not a cheap fix.
No.
Like I'm not going to tell you that.
Not
much,
if you
but
put
it
that
was
many
a-
under there.
It was a
Mhm.
big job.
Mhm.
We
It's a big undertaking.
encapsulated it. It was great. But and I'm getting some text from Damien. Indian River Plantation is the area.
Okay. Yep.
So,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
over
Yep. Mhm.
which I think is Chesapeake, right? Is that Chesapeake? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was Virginia Beach. It was Chesapeake.
What
So
is it?
anyway,
I've seen
beautiful
sand.
house, beautiful neighborhood. I mean, that's a beautiful place. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a nightmare house.
Yeah.
And
There's plenty of those out
yeah,
there.
so we ended. I told the guy, I said, don't buy the house.
Mm-hmm.
I
Don't
mean,
buy the house. But he ended up buying it, and he did end up hiring us to fix it, and it all worked out, right?
Yeah.
But what if they'd have called a different company with
Right.
less character and
Like
less
one I looked
integrity?
at today.
Yeah,
Truck and
and
truck.
I just need you to write me a clear letter. And I go out there and I'm like, "But that's also the place that I found multiple pairs of men's dirty underwear.
Oh,
in the
Oh my.
closet."
oh my.
Oh my! Oh, let,
But
do
anyway,
tell.
yeah,
Do tell.
multiple
Yeah.
pairs of dirty.
Let
I'm
me
like,
remind you the
"Whoa."
phone number 627-7979. While you guys are calling in, we'll let
Yeah,
Cindy
Tell
tell
the
the
rest of the
underwear
story.
story.
Yeah, multiple pairs
What
of
was
dirty
that
underwear.
guy's name? The rest of the story.
But I was like, oh
what
my
was
gosh.
that guy, Damien? What was that guy's name? Lou Harvey.
Yes.
Lee Harvey.
Lou Harvey.
What's his name? Oh, somebody's got to know that. Somebody call in and tell us.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Tell
Anyway,
your story.
so I go in this house and I'm like, oh, it's probably okay. I just need to go, make sure because I don't just write anything. That's my name on there.
Sure.
I go under there and the house is eat up with termites. I mean, there's termite damage. There's moisture damage. There is eaten up wood laying in the floor of the crawl space from termites. So this whole
Jeez.
house has got termites everywhere.
Yeah.
This is a Hampton house in width. So you know how old those houses are.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
really old.
Yeah.
And then I go into what's like a cellar area and you go down into that and you can access more of the crawl space. We got a sump pump down there because this is like a cellar area
Yeah.
that isn't working. So there's inches of water in there. And I'm like, and you wanted me to come out here and write a clear letter? You got big problems. And
Yeah, no.
so
No shit.
then I get,
you mean
can
bigger,
you send
bigger,
me, can you
bigger
send
problems
me a
than
proposal to
underwear?
fix that stuff? Yeah, bigger problems than underwear.
Yeah, bigger problems. Bigger problems. So were those 99 problems, but underwear
Well,
was
there were
one?
not. No, there were like 4 of those.
There's 4 pair of underwear on
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
I don't.
I can't.
And you all think we make this stuff up?
That don't make it
Every
up.
week we got.
It makes you laugh.
We
When
got
I work,
stuff.
when I go to work and get under a house, I'm gonna laugh every single time.
You know, I had a speaking
Colson
of crazy
didn't-
things that you've seen in
Yes.
crawl spaces.
All right, so that's what we got
Me.
Colson on his story. You got to tell that.
I have a friend of mine. I've seen some crazy things in crawl spaces. I've had copperheads staring at me, you know,
Mhm.
less than an arm's length away, right in my face.
Mhm.
Just you stay there. I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to go backwards so I can watch you the whole time.
You just loud
Just-
when you go in the crawl space, and they will go the other way.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. And if as long as
That's what
they
I do.
go the other
Be
way,
loud as you're getting in.
yeah,
I'm very loud.
as loud as possible.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of snakes personally,
That's
but
Yeah.
They'll
That's
go the
good to
opposite
know.
way if you do that.
See, because they
But-
think they got a fighting chance.
Oh, of
Because I'm
course.
laying on my chest.
Oh,
I'm not
absolutely.
big. I'm not standing up.
Oh,
They
I'm
think
still
they
gonna
got a
grab 'em.
shot.
oh, I'm still going to grab them. Trust me.
They
If
all
if
go
that
away from
copperhead-
me. They
if
all
that
go the
copperhead
opposite.
gets
Yeah.
close, I grab him and hopefully not get bit, and I will beat him off every single joist. So if you hear
Yep.
something
Walking
hanging
back
around, it's not my hammer. It's me beating that snake against your joists of
Just
your
be
crawl.
loud.
But
All you gotta do is be loud. They go
So-
the opposite way.
speaking of crazy things that we have seen in crawl spaces, at a place I used to work, a coworker of mine has probably the best story I've ever heard about this. Other than dirty underwear and
Yeah,
crawl space,
that-
that's a
I
first.
mean, you cannot
You can't-
stop dirty
No,
underwear.
no.
That's apparently
It's
it's got
hilarious.
legs and it'll go where it needs to. So, but the homeowner called us and said, "Hey, my house is smelling. It's rancid. Like my eyes are watering, and I'm older. I can't really move around that well, and I don't have anywhere else to go. Can someone get out here quickly?" And you know, we were able to make it happen. So the crawl space apparently was like stalactites on a cave. Like if
Mhm.
anybody been to Lorraine
Yep.
Caverns and
Yeah,
seen what
yeah,
they look like?
Yeah.
So it was just swimming through insulation. And then he goes to move one piece of insulation and they found the smell. It was a dead coyote staring him in the face.
Yeah.
As soon as he moved it,
Like face to face.
face to face, like
And he was
from
scared?
me to you away.
No.
He was scared.
No.
No, I mean, he's a corn-fed country boy from
Mhm.
upstate New York. So he wasn't scared, but he said, my heart instantly sank straight down
Well,
to the
so
floor.
I mean, his
soon
first
as it
indication was the smell.
Yeah. Well, so the
I'm
homeowner
good
said,
after that.
Yeah,
You know-
but when you're looking face to face at a dog like coyote under that, like, yeah, I may have wet myself.
Oh, no,
I
it
have
wouldn't
come
have been
across
fun.
live raccoons and possums and all kinds of things in crawl space that are alive.
Don't you just scare a possum and he just goes kind of dead on
plays
you?
dead,
anyways? Okay. Enough for me to go the other direction. Just scare
yeah.
him loud.
If you're loud when you go in a crawl space, I promise you, I can't tell you how many times I've got into a crawl space and had a snake lift up like this, look at me, and go the other way.
Other way. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that's great.
'Cause I'm
So we
loud.
need to bring an air horn underneath the.
I usually go in laughing, and that's enough for them. Like, oh Lord, she's coming in and she's laughing.
Don't those headlights have little strobe features? You just
I
flash
have
them
that
out
too.
and blind them? It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's
I got bright
fantastic.
lights, bright lights.
Ugh.
Like Gremlins, you know, bright
Yep,
lights,
bright lights. Bright lights. What was that? They
That's
got
the
wet.
Gremlins, yeah.
Bright light.
Bright
They
lights.
got wet. What was the other?
They couldn't eat after midnight
They
or
could
something.
not eat after midnight. Heck, I can't.
See,
do
that was a
either.
good trivia question right there.
That
what
is
triggered
true.
the gremlins?
That's
What
That
triggered
is
the
true.
gremlins?
That is
Just like how
true.
many days are left until Christmas?
Yes, nobody's called in about that.
But that's easy. Come on, people.
We got a
Come
gift
on.
card for anybody that calls in and answers that trivia question.
I guess
15.
people can't add anymore.
I know.
What is
it's-
it? $15, Jack? Is that what the gift
That's
card
I
is?
don't even remember.
I don't even remember what the
not
number
my-
is.
That's not my
It's-
department.
it's not your
It's, hire smart people to keep me straight. So,
Full time jobs.
how much time we got there, Mr. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got, I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to get started on something again and then get cut off halfway through. So
Where's our
We-
viewers out there?
I
Listeners?
know everybody's
All quiet
getting-
tonight.
well,
They're
everybody's
probably eating
making-
turkey already.
Everybody's off tomorrow. So they're either getting hammered, getting full, getting
something.
Good for them.
Making a fire pit.
I mean, yeah, making a fire pit. That's what I would have been doing, painting the fence and making a fire pit. So,
I got to cook.
but remember, our phone number is 6, or excuse me, 955-9415. Colson told you about something really cool that his company is doing.
That's amazing.
I would like you to text that phone number, 955-9415, and I will get all the information to, that is the House Whisperer phone number, 757-955-9415. You can go to 757housewhisperer.com, chuckworley.com, any of those, you'll be able to get to us, right? So we just want somebody who is deserving of
call him with a question
good-
about a roof. We got the expert
Yeah,
here.
we do,
True.
we
See if
do.
you can
So,
stump him.
That's true.
Yeah, so
I
we-
challenge you to do
we
that.
got 2 minutes.
Mhm.
So the all right, so I'm gonna have everybody kind of introduce. If you want to tell what you're doing again,
Mhm.
and then we'll introduce everybody and on the way out. So
Sure.
we got you can get about a minute.
Okay. All right. So we are looking for anyone that anyone knows in the community. It could be a friend from church, family member, it could even be yourself. Someone where life has really just hit them hard and they are just going through the ringer. We would like to donate them a free roof and a free new gutter system. Cindy has already agreed to partner with us to do anything that she can in her line of work, whether it's killing carpenter bees, carpenter ants, anything that is in the crawl space or anywhere in the house, just eating it up. She's willing to come take a look at that and throw that in as well at no cost. We just want to give away to someone that is really in need this holiday season. So if anyone knows anyone, please send the full information to the hotline 757-955-9415. Give them everything they need. All I need is name, phone number, and address, and I will set up the appointment myself.
All right, that is awesome. So we only got about a minute left. So let's go ahead and introduce on our way out.
I'm Cindy Rowell, owner operator, Alpha Pest Solutions, taking care of all your creepy crawly stuff.
Colson Picorni, Mighty Dog Roofing, siding, gutters. Give us a call.
All right, so we got Albin with Albin Co. Remodeling and new construction. We got Mr. Jack Keller, who I told you can paint a great fence if you're not trying to do it yourself.
Sawdust
and then
free.
with
Sawdust
Legacy Painting, Michael Davenport with CVP Windows and Doors, and then you have Chuck Worley with Worley's Home Services. Keep us in mind for any of your upcoming projects. 757-955-9415 or 757 House Whisperer. If you go there, it has a link to everybody's website, and you can find us through there. Thank you again for listening, and you guys have a great Turkey Day.
Yep, happy
Enjoy the
Thanksgiving.
time with your family, because you don't know if you got another Thanksgiving coming.
That's right.
So
That's right.
spend time with your family, love your family, and watch some football.
Some football.
Some
Boy, who's
football.
playing tomorrow? Anyways, that's your-
Cowboys and KC.
Oh, you like the Cowboys? Yeah, I do too.
It's horrible. Don't judge me.
I'm a Giants fan, man. I'm just saying your name.
All right, guys, here we go. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.